Spoilers, I don't own anything or any of these products or this. You get the point. Hey, what's going on YouTube? My name is Eli. Welcome back to another video. Today, I am officially now doing another rating because clearly I cannot stop myself from making views off of ratings. But I just kind of lied to myself and say I'm not going to do another rating, but I feel like it's kind of a good timing for me to make two rating videos so, I can get that mad revenue. I'm messing. But in all seriousness, I think this show actually kind of deserves at least a honor for being very an impressive thing to be on Amazon Prime. It is Hazbin Hotel Season 1 on Amazon Prime. Now, when I first watched the first ever episode, my mind came to a lot of things. What is going to be the starter of this? What is going to be the interest of this? What's the challenge, the main focus? What's up with the character designs being different? And it really, there isn't actually a excuse for the character designs being different. It's just that most likely it's just time went by and just characters look different. I got a few things to say, as most people did saw pictures and promos of what the characters will be looking like in the Prime movie or video, sorry. And I guess I'll get my opinion on it since I never had an opinion on it and made a video about the pictures being shown anyways. My biggest critique on one of them I feel like has the biggest change is Angel does. I almost said Alistair. Will admit this. I almost thought Alistair was a bit different from his regular design. I wasn't a big fan of it. But when I started watching it on Prime, I kind of got used to it. And it was kind of just the norm for me. It wasn't really that much of a big deal to me. But ever since I looked at Angel's design, it was a bit strange to me. A bit off and different. But I guess it makes sense for her to also be wearing different types of designs and looks. And also, just like in general, they look cool. The gloves still confuse me to this day. Still kind of concern me. But in all seriousness, I think this show deserves a lot of respect and honor for what it is. Hazbin Hotel was also the first starter on YouTube, as everyone knows. It was well known on YouTube. And in fact, I was one of their target audience. I was the little edgy kid who would watch Hazbin Hotel and Hell of a Boss. And honestly, I found them amusing and great. And honestly, I can't deny it. To this day, I still love their shows and episodes. And I found some of the new stuff and old stuff to still be my favorite to this day. And I'm kind of glad for that. I'm kind of glad they're getting back on their feet and stuff. And I like my critique with their designs, the storyline, because they did such a great job when I started watching them, and them started popping up on YouTube recently. And it got me really excited to realize that they'll be on Amazon Prime, as they actually kind of deserve it. They've been getting a lot of fan base on their shows and just their amount of series on YouTube. And it became such a big, huge thing that they finally got one on Prime, which I'm extremely proud of. And they have a well-honored reserved for that. They really do. But enough of the, honoring them. Let's get to the meat and grinds of their storyline. The storyline is all about Charlie making Hazbin Hotel pretty much the centerpiece of devils or sinners, whatnot, coming back to heaven or having a second chance in heaven, which honestly sounds like a cool idea. And I am actually pretty proud that was pretty much the main point of the story, the main idea. We also get to get a shot at not only different characters, or characters that we see, but we also get to see new characters. I really love Lucifer. I love Lucifer's design in the show and much more. I will admit, when I seen his height is just not right. I don't like his height in the show, as he's supposed to be shorter than most other people, especially Charlie. And that just, I don't like the height difference between it, but I just accepted it for a bit. I really like the designs of every other character that I've seen, especially the other recruitments, all that other stuff. The killer of the angels, and what of that? And the angels in general, I have a small problem with the angels. is that the angels in the story are kind of meant to be bad guys. And I feel like that's a bit of a, I don't know, how do you put this? Strange term. Because I am a religious person, a Baptist religion kid, and I believe in God and all that type of stuff too. But what kind of concerns me is to realize that angels, and especially Adam, it's kind of a douche. Some of them kind of suck, honestly. Only one of them that I saw that was an angel was kind of a good person. I did like how most angels, when Charlie was having a little meeting with them, a judge meeting, that they were starting to have second thoughts, realizing seeing other people who have gone through and have done very sinful things can actually change and have make a difference. And I really love the story arc. Hell, I actually kind of expected the angels to kind of accept this, kind of be like, yeah, I'm on board with this. I would actually imagine most angels to say, yeah, I'm into that. That sounds cool. Let's do that. I can see angels agreeing to that. But not most of them just don't. It's kind of weird. And just Adam is so, I'll give him this. He is so,
I know, I fucking rock.
but at the same time, I kind of hate him so much for being so douchey. I don't get why Adam, the first ever man, was douchey. And the main reason why his excuse was going to heaven was because he was literally the first man on earth. That doesn't really make me feel a bit interested in the show and stuff, but I will admit, for most of what it is, there has been a lot of differences that I kind of do like and don't like. Number one, there has been okay, you do not want to know a lot about the ships in Hazbin Hotel because there's just been so much. I'm like fumbling my words talking about it because that's how you know it's kind of a weird fan base. But there is a lot of ships from people who do all this and that, you know. And it's all obviously canon that Vaggie and Charlie are together. They're obviously in a relationship, which is cute. And also, I'll admit this, the whole storyline of Vaggie being an angel was sort of obvious, not really, I would say. I will admit, it was smart because out of all the character, I did think that Vaggie was kind of a bit different from all the other Hazbin Hotel characters. Kind of just different design, different look. She seemed different from all the others, you know. And I kind of felt like it was a bit lackluster to me. But I didn't hate it for what it was. And I did like how they didn't do the whole classic stupid trope of a character lying to their loved one or whatnot and them being all upset for like an entire season. But even though it happened in like one episode. So I'm pretty proud of that. I'm pretty happy of that. And multiple of the other characters, Alistair is still the demonic demon that we all know and love. I did kind of hesitate a bit for me realizing that he's also a character on a leash, and we don't know who this character is. So that is a pretty interesting, like, little backstory. But it's so weird to realize that Alistair is also another demon on the leash, while other characters that we know are probably not. And I don't know how to feel about that. That feels a little meh to me. In whole originality from what we know about this mysterious radio demon. So it kind of disappoints me. But I forgot to say, I completely shifted from talking about ships. Because why I mentioned ships in the first place is the whole relationship between Angel Dust and Husk. Pretty much, I would say it's actually very cute. It's adorable. I actually kind of ship it. I kind of rock this relationship. And I see it cute. I see it a lot. And I feel like that was actually my favorite episode. The episode of Angel kind of suffering, realizing that he is not, you know, like just a meat puppet and whatnot, and just treats himself like crap. While we just see Husk just treating him with care and love and saying that he's no different from him. That's a pretty much a good story. That's a good like inspiration, I would say too. It's very nice to see a character actually caring about another character instead of being on each other's throats repeatedly. So I really love the ship. of those two is actually a pretty interesting ship. I never saw the ship coming. I actually never expect any of the characters to be dated, but it's still the same to me. I feel like Husk hasn't changed from his original counterpart. I feel like Minty hasn't changed at all either. I still love her. She's a menacing demon as always. I love her. She's still adorable too. Just a little crazy creepo that we all know. And it just brings the comedy to the roof. And I will admit, Charlie and all the other characters are slightly different and altered as they were before, as they are kind of the main focus of this. And I will say this, Angel Dust's new voice actor, I would say, it's okay. It's okay. I will say this. I feel like it's kind of another voice actor kind of interpreting Angel Dust instead of being Angel Dust, which that's obviously what people are trying to do. We have to make the Angel Dust voice be similar to its original counterpart. But sadly, you can't really do that because the original person made the original voice, and that's how it's going to stay. You can't just randomly voice act it. And I kind of see a lot of other people who can do a better job, but am I going to hate on the voice actor? No. I actually don't mind the voice as well. It just seems like this one's a bit too high pitched to me.
Where exactly do I go? To double hell? Oh, you weren't kidding. Oh, wow. Listen, who cares if some jagoffs got hurt? Most of them are ugly freaks. You had less than half a chance when you started.
Then I think a low pitch and whatnot. But honestly, still a good show. And how I would rate this entire show and a banger of a show to me, I would probably, out of all the ratings, I would give it a 6 out of 10. Because it's not the best in the entire world to me, but it's definitely not the worst. And I definitely would say it's an improvement from the last few episodes or one episode we got from Hazbin Hotel. So I think it's a huge step up. And honestly, I feel like they should be proud of themselves. Editing is good. The fight scenes or actions or whatnot are good. And all this other stuff. I like the whole extra stuff. And, it brings a shine to me. And I enjoy the show as much as other people probably enjoy it. And I will admit, do I stand by whatever this belief of religion is? No, actually. By the way, I do want to say is that I don't fully believe in the whole Hazbin Hotel religion things, because obviously the story is supposed to be a bit altered from real life religion. So I just want to point that out, as Hazbin Hotel is putting a risky move for most people who believe in religion and all that. So, but I feel like they did all right. I will admit that I'm not always the biggest fan of demons going to hell and then trying to be backed a bit, because it's just like hell is forever. You got to accept that. But if there's a one chance moment, I could probably see a demon or somebody giving regretting their choices and probably able to make a second chance. I can probably see that a bit. I can also see a lot of other things. It's just by choice. We don't know what the world is like out there. We don't know what's further back there. And do I fully believe in all these types of stories and this type of story about how demons can change? Sadly, no, because it won't change how I see in religion. But all in all, this is actually, from a storytelling point, not really horrible. So it's obviously going to be altered to be a story. So don't believe in everything it says in the show. But I just want to say thank you guys for watching. This is not a bad show. I suggest you go watch it, and go watch their YouTube channel with Hell of a Boss and Hazbin Hotel, the first episode of Hazbin Hotel on their YouTube channel. So that's all I got to say. See you guys later. Peace.